Yeah, certainly. Pretty intense game. We kind of built ourselves up for that level of intensity and physicality that they would bring all week. But it was disappointing for large parts of the game that they were able to sort of play on top of us and physically get the better of us. So yeah, we kind of spoke about that at half time and still had a few little slip ups in the second half, but overall there was big improvements, and it was just yeah, really good to get away with it and get a win. And I think we showed what we could do in the last sort of 15 minutes when we held on to the ball and put them under pressure. I think they came with a game plan to obviously take us on, ran close to the ruck. They were getting fairly good gain line off set piece, and then taking us on really quickly around the breakdown area. So we were also getting a bit tight at times, maybe burning a few too many bodies in the ruck. So I think defensively there was loads to work on. As I said, we fixed a lot of it in the second half and then just had one or two little blips. But yeah, defensively our shape and also just our decision making around the breakdown, and then our execution of our tackle as well, just giving them momentum, and they're a quality attack inside and you can't afford to do that. The last 15 minutes or so we probably saw more of the ball than any other portion of the game. So we just had a real focus on making sure that we were really good at the basics, and I think they left quite a bit of space on the edges as well. So it was just about how we got there, how we got the ball there. We had to be sensible enough to. We only had 15 minutes to score 3 tries, so you can't afford to be making errors. But at the same time, if they're giving us that much space on the edge, we've got to be willing to go there and take it. So I thought credit to everyone really who was comfortable getting the ball out the back and to the edges, and the guys on the edges then for taking as much space as we could, and we were playing on top of them, something that we probably didn't do for the rest of the game. So I then showed good patience at the end to just know that if we got our numbers right to the breakdown, we'd eventually be able to squeeze over the line, and we did. So yeah, lots of positives, but I think they'll feel hard done by as well, because they came here with a really good mentality and played some good rugby and put a lot of pressure on us and still didn't come away with a win. Definitely confidence, and there's going to be huge learnings anyway, and I suppose every time you have a game like that where you maybe underperform or don't get a lot of aspects right, you've got to take huge learnings from it. It's just nice that we came out on the right side somehow and managed to sneak a win. So we still get those points, but at the same time, it's going to be one of those games where there's loads to review, loads to look at, and loads to learn from. But I think the positives we'll take for is that resolve, and just to be able to still have faith in our game and the way we want to play in those dying moments and manage to get a win. I have to say I'm mightily impressed with a lot of the young guys and the composure they showed, because it is hard when things aren't going your way not to kind of fold, and usually it takes guys a lot of experience to understand that, and they were all just so positive out there and stuck to their job and got the job done. So it was very pleasing in that sense. A lot of guys like Scott and Ross Byrne, and there was loads of guys who had the presence of mind to know that we were off our game, and if we held onto the ball we'd get opportunities. We knew that attack-wise we hadn't really had too many opportunities, but you know, it was only a matter of time before, if we held onto the ball, we would get a chance to strike. So we were confident in that. We just knew we had to shore up our defence. So that became kind of the big focus in that second half. And once we started to, you know, get a little bit of momentum, we could almost feel the tide start to turn a little bit. So yeah, guys like Ross, and even I heard Ed Byrne to say to someone when that went over, we're still going to win. So it was good to have guys with just a belief. There wasn't guys kind of looking around for reassurance. I think everyone knew what had to be done, so it was good.